Ghana, a name that resonates with the weight of history, a land steeped in the tales of ancient empires and the echoes of a vibrant past. From the earliest days of human civilization, this region has been a cradle of culture and innovation. Situated along the Gulf of Guinea in West Africa, modern-day Ghana stands as a testament to the resilience of its people and the enduring legacy of their ancestors. The bustling cities and serene landscapes tell a story of progress and tradition coexisting harmoniously. Long before the arrival of European explorers, Ghana was a beacon of civilization, a hub of knowledge and commerce, its fate intertwined with the rise and fall of powerful kingdoms that left an indelible mark on the region. These kingdoms were not just political entities, but cultural powerhouses that influenced the entire continent. The land we know as Ghana today was once home to a succession of powerful empires, each with its own unique contributions to the rich tapestry of Ghanaian history. These empires, such as the Ashanti and the Mali, were renowned for their wealth, military prowess, and sophisticated governance systems. These kingdoms, fueled by the abundance of gold found within their borders, became legendary in the annals of history. They established vast trading networks that stretched across the Sahara Desert and beyond, connecting them to distant lands and cultures. The very name Ghana itself is a testament to this golden heritage, derived from the title Ghana, or warrior king, used by the rulers of the ancient Ghana Empire. This title signified not just power, but also the responsibility to protect and enrich the land and its people. This is where our journey begins, in the heart of West Africa, where the shimmering sands of the Sahara meet the lush vegetation of the coast. It is a journey through time, tracing the footsteps of emperors and traders, scholars and warriors, explorers and revolutionaries, all drawn to this land of opportunity and adversity. Each step we take reveals a new layer of history, a new story waiting to be told. As we delve into the annals of Ghanaian history, we uncover a narrative woven from threads of gold, shadowed by the darkness of slavery, and ultimately illuminated by the indomitable spirit of a people determined to forge their own destiny. This spirit is evident in the vibrant culture, the music, the dance, and the unyielding drive for progress. The scars of the past are deep, but they are also a testament to the resilience and strength of the Ghanaian people. And as we look to the future, we see a nation that continues to rise, drawing strength from its rich history and cultural heritage, and moving forward with hope and determination. Long before the world had even heard the name Ghana, the region was already a crucible of early state formation in Africa. The land was rich in resources and culture, setting the stage for the rise of powerful empires. Around the 5th century AD, the Soninka people laid the foundations of what would become the renowned Ghana Empire. They were skilled in governance and trade, which helped them establish a strong and influential state. This powerful kingdom, centered in the region between the Senegal and Niger rivers, rose to prominence through its control of the lucrative trans-Saharan trade. The strategic location allowed them to become a hub for commerce. Gold, mined in abundance within the empire's borders, flowed northwards across the Sahara, exchanged for salt, ivory, textiles, and other valuable commodities. This trade network was the lifeblood of the empire, bringing immense wealth. The wealth generated by this trade fueled the growth of the Ghana Empire, allowing its rulers to maintain large armies, construct impressive cities, and patronize the arts. The empire became a beacon of prosperity and culture. The empire's influence stretched far and wide, reaching its zenith between the 8th and 11th centuries. During this period, Ghana was a dominant force in West Africa. The Ghana Empire's fame reached even the ears of Arab scholars, who marveled at its wealth and the power of its kings. These scholars documented their observations, spreading the legend of Ghana far and wide. However, no empire lasts forever. Internal conflicts and external pressures began to weaken the once mighty Ghana Empire. By the 13th century, the Ghana Empire had waned, giving way to the rising power of the Mali Empire. The transition marked a new era in West African history. The Mali, under the legendary leadership of Sundiata Keita and later Mansa Musa, incorporated much of the former Ghana Empire into their expanding domains. These leaders were instrumental in shaping the new empire. The Mali Empire continued the legacy of trans-Saharan trade, with cities like Timbuktu becoming renowned centers of Islamic learning and commerce. Timbuktu, in particular, became a symbol of knowledge and wealth, and Jenne becoming renowned centers of Islamic learning and commerce. These cities attracted scholars, traders, and artists from across the Islamic world. As the Mali Empire declined, the Songhai Empire, centered in the city of Gao, emerged as the dominant power in the region. The rise of Songhai marked another significant chapter in West African history. Under the leadership of Soni Ali, the Songhai Empire expanded its territory and influence. Soni Ali was known for his military prowess and strategic acumen. And Askia Muhammad, the Songhai Empire reached unprecedented heights, controlling a vast territory that stretched from the Atlantic coast to present-day Nigeria. Askia Muhammad's reign was marked by administrative reforms and cultural patronage. The Songhai continued the legacy of their predecessors, fostering trade, scholarship, and cultural exchange across West Africa. The empire became a melting pot of cultures and ideas. However, internal strife and external pressures eventually led to the empire's decline in the late 16th century. The fall of Songhai marked the end of an era in West African history, but its legacy lived on. The 15th century marked a significant turning point in the history of Ghana as the winds of change brought European ships to the shores of West Africa. These ships, with their billowing sails and determined crews, heralded the beginning of a new era. In 1471, Portuguese explorers, driven by a thirst for new trade routes and the allure of gold, landed on the coast of what is now Ghana. Their arrival was not just a quest for wealth, but also a search for new territories and opportunities. They named the area Elmina, meaning the mine in Portuguese, reflecting their fascination with the region's abundant gold resources. This name would become synonymous with the wealth they sought to extract from the land. This encounter, seemingly insignificant at the time, would have profound and lasting consequences for Ghana and the entire continent of Africa. The arrival of the Portuguese marked the beginning of a new chapter in the history of African-European relations. The arrival of the Portuguese, initially welcomed for their trade goods, soon ushered in an era of exploitation and competition. The local populations, intrigued by European goods, engaged in trade, unaware of the long-term implications. The Portuguese, eager to control the lucrative gold trade, began constructing forts and trading posts along the coast. These structures were not just centers of commerce, but also symbols of European dominance and control. Elmina Castle, erected in 1482, stands as a stark reminder of this period. Its imposing walls and strategic location made it a key asset in the Portuguese quest for control. Originally built as a trading post, Elmina Castle, along with other European forts, would tragically become a major hub for the transatlantic slave trade. The castle's dungeons and holding cells tell a grim story of human suffering and exploitation. The Portuguese presence attracted other European powers, drawn by the promise of wealth and eager to establish their own stake in the region. The competition among these powers intensified, leading to a scramble for control. The Dutch, the British, and other European nations saw the potential for immense profit and were determined to carve out their own territories. The Danes, the Swedes, and even smaller European entities like the Brandenburgers all jostled for control of the coastal trade, constructing their own forts and engaging in fierce competition. Each nation sought to outdo the others in their quest for dominance. The coastline, once a meeting point for African empires and Arab traders, transformed into a battleground for European ambitions. The landscape of West Africa was forever altered by this influx of foreign powers. This competition, while initially focused on gold, soon shifted towards a far more sinister commodity, human beings. The demand for labor in the New World would change the nature of trade in the region. The early gold trade, which had brought wealth and prosperity to the region, was overshadowed by the burgeoning slave trade. The human cost of this shift was immense and devastating. The discovery of the Americas and the establishment of plantation economies created an insatiable demand for labor, a demand that European powers sought to satisfy through the transatlantic slave trade. This trade would have far-reaching consequences for both Africa and the Americas. This marked the beginning of one of the darkest chapters in human history, one that would leave an indelible scar on Ghana and the African continent as a whole. The legacy of this period is still felt today, as the descendants of those who were enslaved continue to grapple with the repercussions of this tragic history.